Next is the biological characteristics of the wastewater. So the biological characteristics of the wastewater or the sewage water, that is the presence of the microorganisms. So the biological characteristics of the sewage, that is the how much the what is the presence in what presence of the microorganism such biological process are. One is the anaerobic process and another are the aerobic process. So anaerobic and aerobic, so whatever the microorganisms are there in the wastewater, one is aquatic plants, another is the aquatic animals, third one is the aquatic bacteria and the viruses. In this presence of these three microorganisms, whether the process has been taken place in the presence of oxygen or without the absence of the oxygen. So these are the two biological process which will take place, are the biological process or the biological characteristics of the wastewater. So first we will see the anaerobic process. So it is the process where the decomposition of the organic matter is called putrefaction. So this putrefaction, that is the result is liquefaction of the solid organic matter that is been dissolved by some of the enzymes in the wastewater. So in this organic anaerobic, okay, anaerobic. So in this anaerobic bacteria, so whatever the oxides are there, these oxides, the organic matter utilize the electrons, which is that the acceptor than that of the oxygen. So in the carrying out the other metabolic process, they produce the carbon dioxide, water, hydrogen sulfide, methane CH4, and ammonia NH3, and nitrite N2. So that is reduce the organics and more bacteria, where treatment unit that which may be work on the putrefaction alone on the this septic tanks. So the septic tanks, humus tanks, and sludge digestion tanks, and all this in these treatment units which work on this putrefaction alone for the anaerobic process. So next we'll see about the aerobic process. Aerobic, okay. Next to see the aerobic process. The aerobic process, the work of the aerobic bacteria, where the combination that will be takes place with the presence of the oxygen, where oxidation will be taken place. So for the bacteria, in the presence of oxygen, where the process called as oxidation, these bacteria are aerobic bacteria that will utilize the whatever the free oxygen, that is free oxygen as an electron acceptor. The whatever the end product of this aerobic activities are carbon dioxide, water, sulfide, NO2, in methane, ammonia, NH3, and other bacteria. So whatever this each and above, whatever these two process, either the aerobic process or anaerobic process, so that is opposite in the direction, but by the splitting up and building up and the coordination between these two, the first stage of the anaerobic bacteria decomposition, whatever the complex organic matter in the samples the organic compound in the second stage, but in the aerobic bacteria that will be oxidized and then forms the stable compounds. So that is what the major difference between the anaerobic process as well as the aerobic process. So in the various process, especially in the anaerobic process, so whatever the anaerobic process will be taken place in the various treatment units. So likewise, the some of the process will also be carried out. Some of the aerobic process will also be carried out in the some of the treatment units. That we will see in detail in the municipal wastewater treatment plant. So if you go through individual treatment units, there we will study the way this aerobic process, where this anaerobic process will comes into existence. So that we will study in the later classes. Next we will study about the flow diagram of the municipal wastewater treatment plant. So how the flow of the wastewater will takes place from one unit to another, that's we'll study in the next class.